Hi ho wee way, happy Sunday! Our first Sabbath stream in a long time. I think it's been since last year, possibly. I don't remember when we stopped, when we went down to 3. It might have been earlier this year, but it's been a while, so. Our second horror movie shoot is wrapped up, and I think they're both pretty good. So, probably like right before Halloween, we'll drop those and the Discord or something and share them around. But I'm very happy, and just keep making movies. It's hard. It was especially hard for this past month because I was just so busy. Hey, what's up, Seventh Sage? I do, I make like short films with my cousin and friends. Yeah. And they're not the best, but they're something. So, and they're spooky themed. They're both Halloween. So, I want to finish up my text adventures. So, I want to run the gamut on this, and then we'll get into. I think there's only 2 left I haven't done. I haven't done Blacksmith Delivery, and I haven't done The Mysterious Note. What will you be dressing for Halloween? If I'm lazy, I'll just do Jason Voorhees again. But, I think I could spice it up a little bit. I have like a prop closet full of stuff. What's up, anime? We'll see. I'm trying to do something different, but if you see me dressed as Jason Voorhees, I just got super lazy or forgot about it until like the last minute. But now that I can actually go to like a Salvation Army, that is like Halloween Central. Don't ever go to Party City or Halloween City. Go to like your local thrift store. And that will have better Halloween stuff than you could ever dream of. I think we're going to do Mysterious Note, and then we'll end with Blacksmith Delivery. Let's try Mysterious Note. Secondhand is best, yeah. I think I've done Mysterious Note before. Oh, you might be right, actually. I'm going as a raccoon. Good. That's the perfect. Everyone will be like, why a raccoon? It'll be so unique. I guess like there's like sexy raccoon where girls just do their eyes black and wear like cat ears and they're like, it's raccoon ears. And they're like, whatever. And no problem anime. I have been happy to get back in the habit of doing up. I wonder. I don't think anyone's going to dress up as Corona. People did last year, though, I think. All right, let's do Blacksmith Delivery then. And then if I end with it, I'll do a Mysterious Note again. I'll do some cursory detective work to see if I have done a detective story in the past. You are an apprentice blacksmith living in a quaint mining town. Your family runs a small shop near the castle, and you help your father with his work when he needs it. Today, you are tasked with delivering a strange package to a special customer. Your father wrote a note with a vague description of the recipient. I'm going as Cory Geldman. Well, one thing that you can't really see, but Cory's very tall. Cory's like 6'5", so If you're gonna dress up as Cory Geldman, you gotta be very tall. I'm going as a pile of Cory's clothes.
You decide to take this job as payment for helping out around the house. The trip will be fairly long, so you have decided to make some money on the side by selling items that can't fit into your bags.
You decide to take this job as payment for helping around the house. So, you're doing 2 jobs? I'm doing a job, and then because I'm doing a job, I'm doing another job as payment. Because I love to work. I'm a workaholic. Strange package sounds like a porno. Sounds like you deserve a raise. I think so. You read the note. Your father wrote.
Take the brown sack to the old woman at the end of the lane.
Okay, I guess that's pretty good. That's a pretty good description. How many old women live at the end of the lane? It's a vacation job. Yeah. It's not a side hustle. This is my vacation job.
As soon as you leave your home, the doorbell rings loudly, followed shortly by another loud ring from somewhere else.
You are greeted by a lanky, an incredibly tall and lanky man dressed up like a butler. You try and hand him the package, but he motions you to enter the house.
The front room is filled with beautiful furniture and expensive-looking art pieces. In the center stands a grand piano with a red velvet cloth draped over its top.
Whoa, cool.
To your left is a large dining table set with various dishes and silverware.
This is how I imagine Elton John's house probably looks. Just a big piano right in the center of the room. It's just a gigantic. Just for the acoustics, not even because he needs the space. It's a nightmare to heat and cool. It's just one big ass open room. You look around and notice the old woman would anyone dress up as Dr. Raindrop? Does anyone know what he looks like? That would be a good costume if we knew what he looked like. And he takes many forms. There's so many different multiverse versions of Dr. Raindrop. I think there's a raccoon version of him. I think there's one where he's a big old monster, like Frankenstein monster. Sitting in an old rocking chair. You walk up and hand her the package, which she opens in front of you. The package contains ...
What's all this? She says while opening one of the jars. She holds the jar up to the light. This looks interesting. I've never seen anything quite like this before.
Alright, let me undo that. I said the package contains...
a leather wallet containing 3 gold coins, 25 GP.
Okay,
a wooden box holding 4 emeralds, 10 SP. 2 sets of lockpicks, one of them enchanted with magic, 2 CP.
You ask the woman. It's jam. You ask the woman about the magic lockpick.
I am sorry, sir, I do not know what those are, says the old lady. She then looks down at the ground and smiles sadly.
Smiles sadly.
You give her back the 2 lockpicks and go to sell off the other goods.
Before you leave, the old woman asks you for a favor.
Please bring me more magic stones every month or so, she requests. I cannot live without my music.
Okay, this lady's batshit insane. She's just like, my piano doesn't work anymore, but I love the sounds of the stones. I love the Rolling Stones. And she's just listening to rocks roll down fucking wooden incline she has set up, and the butler's like, I don't know.
She has also given you 3 bottles of wine along with a bottle opener made out of ironwood wood.
Ironwood wood. Alright, wine in a wooden bottle opener? That'd be pretty cool. If it was like lacquered. I don't imagine that would be too useful. You go back. To the shop. She's a crack addict. I love cracks. You go back to the store and ask your father about magic music stones.
He tells you they don't exist because he had only ever heard rumors about them.
Yep.
His theory was that since no merchant would carry something like that openly, it must be something that people find hidden inside of things they bought.
Oh! There's an illegal magic music stone market, and people hide stuff in the existing items. I mean, it would be hard for us to hide in gold coins, emeralds, or lockpicks. Those are all very small things. You would think you would hide it, illegal items in like a cake or something. Or tins of coffee. You notice your dad is giving you a look. You suspect that this shop your family runs is actually a front for illegal magic music stones. Hide the piano in a cupcake, yeah.
You tell your dad that you're going to check into it later and head towards the tavern. It's quite late in the evening when you arrive at the local bar where all sorts of odd characters gather.
You look around and note the tonight's cast of oddballs.
A pair of drunken dwarves arguing politics.
Yeah.
A half-orc who keeps trying to pick fights with everyone around him.
Yeah.
An older human man drinking alone who seems completely lost in his own thoughts.
Yeah.
A group of drunk adventurers playing dice in the corner.
Sounds like your average night at the tavern. A hooded figure approaches you. You ignore him, but he slaps down a large bag of gold coins. The hooded figure just says, "For the best music stones you have at that shop of yours."
Before you can react, the stranger is gone.
How am I supposed to deliver them to you if I don't know where you are?
There are many different kinds of magic music stones, and each type affects a unique musical instrument.
Oh, that's interesting.
Some types affect drums, others brass instruments such as trumpets or horns, some even vocalists.
There you go. Oh, that's perfect. One magic music stone, and there is one rare, and there is the rarest magic music stone of them all, with the song "Photograph" by Shittleback, a Nickelback cover band.
This particular rocker uses a special kind of music called rock and roll, a mix between jazz and classical.
So stupid.
It is a very popular style that has been around since the 1920s.
Jazz and classical were like the precursors to rock and roll. Dropping frames. Ooh, dropping frames. Come on, Twitch. Are we back? Oh, hey! Hey, we're back. Okay. Annoying, to say the least. Okay. But now I've gotten in the habit of recording locally, too. So it won't fuck up the video. Because that fucked up the YouTube video last time it did this. And I have to, like, weirdly try to sync it up. It just sucks. Anyway, back to the story. Jazz and classical, precursor to rock and roll. I thought blues. Blues, I think, yeah, too. Jazz, and then maybe blues, and then... Blues is kind of close to jazzy. You go into the back room of the store where your father keeps the valuables. You are not allowed back here, but you look for the music stones anyway. And you find
the first one right away. The old woman is sitting on the floor surrounded by a pile of rocks.
the old woman's in here.
You take the small red stone from the bottom of the heap and put it into the old woman's hand.
The old woman tells you that this magic music stone has the song Oh, it's an original
song. When the wind
song.
blows through the trees, I feel the same way, and you, and you, and you, and you.
That actually might be lyrics from something. Was that Twitch or Jason's internet? That was Twitch. I was connected to everything else, so.
She then places the redstone on a wooden stand and starts plucking at the strings with her fingers.
I think your father is keeping the music stones from you. Yeah, I think this is just like, you do nothing, you say nothing. You can't listen to that rock music. You tell the old woman how she knows so much about music stones.
Oh, I love music, but my eyes aren't what they used to be, so I've learned to listen with my ears. And with these, she said, pointing her fingers at the music stones, I know exactly which ones will work with any instrument.
Okay. You reveal your troubled past to the old woman. Also, we gotta ask what this lady's name is. She can't just be old woman forever.
That's terrible, sonny boy, horrible. That poor man, that poor woman, all those people, they don't deserve this. You must stop them from doing this. Tell them it's wrong, tell them that you'll make sure no more magic music stones get stolen.
Well, I feel like the old lady's like leading the charge on the witch hunt because she's like, what thief would try to be the head of the investigation for the theft of magic music stones? It's like, I've never seen you before, and now you're in the back room of a shop where the valuables are. I think you're trying to steal these stones, old woman. The old woman tells you her name. Your father is the magic music stone thief. Oh, that's interesting. No, I want the name. The old woman tells you her name. Ugh. The old woman tells you his name. Her name is... What? Another Madame Esmeralda? Oh, sometimes these stories...
Madame Esmeralda, and she offers to help you if you want. You are not so certain.
Madame Esmeralda is like the John Smith of this universe.
You go back to the front and ask your dad what you should do. He tells you to keep looking for the music stones, and to come back to him with one when you find.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to know about the music stones, and now that I do, you want me to steal them for you. No thanks, Dad. The music's for the people. You explain to your father that everyone should be able to listen to music, and not just those rich enough to buy these stones.
You tell your father that you are going back out to the bar and that you might find something interesting. You go back to the tavern and find that you were right.
Oh.
Tonight's cast of eyeballs has changed.
You look around and notice that the entire bar is filled to the brim with hooded figures. Everyone has 3 balls. They're very odd.
They're talking amongst themselves and laughing. You see a figure in the corner of the tavern that you recognize as your father's friend, a half-orc named Cromhot. Cromhot looks over and sees you. He smiles a big toothy grin and walks over towards. You.
Thank you.
You're the guy with all of that money? He asks. Yes. You say. What's going on here?
Huh.
What are they selling? It's a little secret, but we're all in on the deal.
Huh. What a cruel thing to say. I'm not going to tell you. In fact, I'm going to make the secret even more enticing and still not tell you. It's secret. And, but we're all in on it. Except for you. You're not in it. Yeah. It's really, I don't know why I said it was secret. We all know, but you don't know, so it's a secret to you. Cromhot picks you up and grabs your knapsack filled with music stones. Cromhot starts distributing all the stones and collecting gold coins. You try to stop him, but it is too late. All of the stones are gone.
You realize that you have been had. You take the bag of gold coins from Cromhot and start walking towards the exit. As you walk out of the tavern, a hooded figure comes running after you.
Oh shit.
It tackles you and knocks the wind out of you.
Haha.
Then the hooded figure pulls off his mask and reveals himself to be none other than the wizard, Dr. Nefarious. How did you know where to find me?
Dr. Nefarious says, you came back to the exact spot we first met. Is it really such a mystery? Where is my music stone that I paid you for?
You look around you and see the red stone sitting on a table.
Weird wind song.
Dr. Nefarious takes the red stone and places it into a leather bag. The wizard then slings you over his shoulder, carries you back inside, and throws you down onto the floor.
Dr. Nefarious takes the red stone and places it into a large saxophone. You sit and watch as he plays a song. He tortures you with Nickelback. I think that's, yeah. Strength 19 Wizard, yeah. He's just like,
The song is the most beautiful thing you've ever heard.
Oh my god!
You stole it.
Carlos
You cried.
Metzstila! Yeah. That's not your song! This is like before cover bands where if you sung someone else's song, you were just stealing it. Straight up.
I bought it fair and square, I'm afraid.
Aha! So the Stones are like music rights.
But there is no need for you to worry about it anymore.
Definitely not Nickelback. You try and sue Dr. Nefarious for stealing your music stone and playing it for money. Oh.
You are told by the court that you don't have any evidence.
Oh, but he did it, I swear.
You can't prove I didn't pay you to play that song. You shout. I could just give you the music stones that I already sold to some rich person.
DMCA stones. In walks the old woman. The old woman suddenly enters the court carrying a large sack of stones. She looks regal, much different from the old, decrepit woman she looked like when you first met her.
She is dressed in fine clothes and wears her long gray hair in braids.
Okay. I guess when you're old, you can do whatever the fuck you want. She's like,
The judge is impressed and decides to let you go.
oh, okay. Rich people can get you out of anything.
You thank the old woman and ask her how she knew that you would be coming back to the bar tonight.
Good question.
Oh, that was simple, sonny boy. It's because you asked me for help before.
And if you're asking me for help, that means you a 100% drink.
You know that the old
And you're an
woman
alcoholic.
likes music, and when someone doesn't listen to her she gets angry.
Well, you're an alcoholic, yeah. Next time on Music Stones Make the World Go Round. Come on, Oprah.
You go back to your apartment and tell your mom what happened. You tell her that the wizard tricked you and played your music.
Damn.
Your mother tells you that she knows the real story.
I'll next that. What's the real story then, Mama?
You were right to go to the bar. You were right to ask the old lady for help. You needed to stop the wizard from making more magic stones, and you needed to do it yourself.
Yeah, stop making music and let me make some music. Alright, new story. All I need is a name and an occupation or a situation or a type of animal. It could be anything. And with the name, if you do something unique or like a first name or last name, not just like John. But I'll take that too. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Ba. You are Slinky Noodle. You hate your job at Target. Perfect. Thank you, Misha. You are Slinky Noodle and you hate your job at Target.
You have a huge crush on the cashier, who is always kind to everyone but you. Your parents bought you this new outfit for Christmas that they said would help with your sales pitch. It's pink, purple, and green polka dots, which supposedly make it easier to find in the dark of night.
Well, pink maybe, but the purple and green I feel like would blend in with the night. Those are darker colors. You think of like if it was like pink and yellow and red, then maybe. But who knows? I am not looking at the sweatshirt. Maybe pink is the primary color. And also, if we have a huge crush on someone and they're just mean to us, I don't know. That could potentially be crush. But most likely it's, I don't like you. Stop talking to me. You put on the Christmas sweater. You put on the outfit. You put on the polka dot outfit. And finally, work up the courage to ask out the cashier girl. Oh, Slinky Noodle.
She smiles at you sweetly and says hi. Her name is Samantha. Sammy, she calls herself. She has short brown hair and freckles all over her face. You feel like you're going to melt into a puddle when she looks at you.
You know, I didn't think the polka dot outfit would work, but doing that and just having the courage to go and talk to her, the hate is instantly gone, unless this is all a hate trap. And she's just like, why would I date a stupid idiot like you, Slinky Noodle? Your name is Slinky Noodle. And I've got a cool hot girl name like Sammy. You take Sammy to your favorite restaurant. We like her because she hates us. Oh, that might be a bit of masochism there. Oh, come on.
Burger King.
So stupid.
As soon as you sit down, she starts talking about how great it is that she got to go home early because her parents had company. You nod along, but really you just want to hear more. About what she thinks of you.
I guess that's on par for young people who work at a grocery store. Let me take you to my favorite restaurant, Burger King, because that's both what we can afford. And she's like, yeah, I guess that works out. Sammy agreed to go out with Slinky. Yeah, Sammy and Slinky for life. Curious. You ask Sammy why she has been mean to you ever since you started at Target.
She laughs and tells you that she doesn't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But then she goes on to explain that you look so dumb sometimes that it makes her laugh.
Uh-oh.
She says that if someone else was doing your job, they'd be fired in no time flat.
So, is that a compliment? She's saying that nobody else could do our job? And that we look so dumb that makes... I guess that could be said in a flirty way. But in just plain text, it looks rude and mean. And I can completely see how that could confuse us. Yeah, here we go. You say... You blurt out, Sammy, I love you. Oh.
She gives you a funny look and asks what you meant by that.
Oh.
She says that she loves you too, but only as a friend.
Oh, this is the worst case
You
scenario.
say that you don't care, because she's beautiful and smart and funny and cute.
Oh no, we're a Sammy simp. Tony zone to the max again. Oh, you're a good friend. I'm glad we're such good friends. Can you cover my shift for all of next week? But then I'd be working 19 hours a day. And she goes, thank you. You're so sweet, Slinky. There we go. Oh, no. Is Slinky secretly Tony's new name? Yeah, everyone just start calling him Slinky the next time he hops on a stream. You excuse yourself and run to the bathroom to cry. You are so hurt that Sammy just wants to be friends. But you get over it. But with time, you get over it.
You can still see her from time to time, although she seems to avoid you. Maybe she's embarrassed. Or maybe she just doesn't like being seen in public with you.
Oof.
Whatever the reason, you think that Sammy will come around eventually.
This is a problem. This works for some people, but it's very rare to play the long game. Just move on. Because your obsession, the more you obsess, the more time sink and the more and more obsessed you think you're going to be. And then you're going to be like, is that a hint? She's already explained, no, I'm not interested. So why continue to pry? She's done. She keeps you keep asking her out until she says yes. Okay. 40 years later and 3 divorces. And she finally says, okay, yeah, you know what? You've got semi-stable income and you're not a total piece of shit. I'll give you a chance one more time romantically. Back to the Burger King. You notice a cool dude in a leather jacket with face tattoos Walk into the target. That must be Sammy's new boyfriend. You walk up and try to introduce yourself. To him.
He turns his head away and walks off without saying anything. Hey! Hey! Come back here! You shout at the top of your lungs. The tattooed guy stops walking and looks at you.
Oh my god. The tattoo guy pulls out a small switchblade and stabs you in the side. It doesn't go deep, but it sure hurts.
You fall to your knees crying. The tattooed guy kicks you hard in the stomach.
Yeah.
Then he runs out of the store.
Well, we got stabbed.
Your mom comes rushing over and holds you in her arms. She asks you what happened.
You say to yourself, maybe if I get tattoos and join a gang, then Sammy will be my girlfriend. Oh, mom's here. Whoops. Yeah.
But your mother doesn't buy it.
Mom!
She takes you straight to the hospital.
Mom, it's just a flesh wound.
You spend 2 days there getting treated for a punctured lung and internal bleeding.
Oh, I guess it was more than a flesh wound.
You have tubes in your nose and mouth, and you can barely breathe.
How am I supposed to join a gang like this? You wonder, you lay in bed and wonder how you are going to join a gang like this. A gang in the condition you are in. But then you notice this hospital is run by a gang of injured people. You meet with the head of the gang and ask to join. He tells you he is a one-armed man, and he tells you anyone can join if they pass the initiation. You meet with the head of the gang and you ask him to join. His name is Solo, and he is a one-armed man that tells you that anybody can join to pass the initiation. Solo tells you the initiation is easy. You just have to stabbed in the side equals punctured lung. We got droopy lungs, 7th stage. We got very droopy lungs. It's really a rare condition, but some people have it. Droopy lung syndrome.
1. Get beat up.
Okay, get beat up.
2. Run away. 3. Come back.
That is the most beta gang initiation I've ever met. But I guess when you're joining a gang of injured people, maybe that's just the way it has to go. I have to get it beat up right now. I have a punctured lung. How am I supposed to survive getting beat up? And he goes, I told you the steps.
He explains that once you've done those 3 things, you'll be a member of the gang.
This gang is lame? No. It's a good gang. It's a good gang. You find an elderly woman and taunt her into beating you up. You choose her because she looks weak. However, she was actually a former bodybuilder. And she kicks your ass.
You decide to run away because you are afraid of getting beaten up again.
Literally
You hide
lame.
out in the woods until you hear the sound of helicopters. They are looking for you, but luckily for you, they leave.
Man, this hospital has helicopters to search for patients? I need a hard target search. I want every Shake Shack, Burger King, Waffle House. They are looking for you, but lucky for you, they leave. Okay, so now we're in the woods with a lung injury. We got our ass kicked by an elderly bodybuilder. It's a mental hospital? No, it's a regular hospital. Maybe there's a mental ward in it, but... You return to Solo late at night and tell him you have passed the initiation.
He congratulates you and invites you to dinner. You accept, but you don't know where to go or what to do. Solo says, I'm taking you to the best restaurant in town.
Okay, what, bets on what the best restaurant in town to Solo is? Solo takes you to... Is it going to be Burger King again? Oh, okay.
The local steakhouse.
Much better.
He orders for you and sits across from you. You ask him why he invited you to dinner.
Arby's is good. Local steakhouse sounds good.
Solo says, it's simple. I'm your mentor.
We got promoted at Target. We now work in the corporate office. Yeah. Well, we don't need Target anymore. We're in a gang. They're like, no, you still need employment. We don't pay you. This is like a hobby gang. And we go, oh. Solo teaches you everything he knows about being the leader of an injured hospital gang. Injured patient hospital gang. You still have to pay your massive medical bills. Yeah, let's not really think about that. We have a Burger King or a Target salary to work off of.
Asterisk how to use your knife to intimidate others.
That's important.
Asterisk how to pick up girls.
That's really important.
Asterisk how to cook.
That's pretty important.
Asterisk how to fight.
All these are pretty important things. I'm glad Snake is taking this under his wing. Solo.
Solo also teaches you how to control the patients in the hospital, and how to make money.
In no time at all, you quickly rise through the ranks of the gang and become Solo's right-hand man. Yeah, I feel like that's the next step, Misha. We gotta work our way into the pharmacy.
You live in a large house in the suburbs with a pool, a hot tub, and even your own car.
Damn!
You and Sammy still hang out occasionally.
Why?
Although she avoids you as much as possible.
Why would you still hang out with the girl that you worked at Target with? You level up and gain the following gang powers. The following gang-related skills.
Bully allows you to use your knife to attack an enemy without causing damage.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Bully. Use your knife to attack without causing damage, so it's just intimidation technique.
Assault increases the chance of inflicting critical wounds on enemies.
Okay, so that's our kill move.
Convince makes it easier to talk people into doing what you want them to do.
Those are pretty good, gang-related skills. Yeah. You use your new gang influence and skills to ask Sammy on another date, but this time romantically. Oh!
She agrees and you take her to a fancy restaurant.
She just wanted a man in power.
You ask Sammy to marry you.
And a man that takes her to a fancy restaurant.
Sammy says, yes.
Damn! This is fast,
You give Sammy a ring. Then you propose to her in front of the entire restaurant.
We kind of did that whole thing backwards, though, but, she already said yes, but then we propose. We make it look like a big deal, and she says yes again, and then... Now we get the credit. She's a gold digger? Well, I don't know. Some women are attracted to power. But, yeah, money doesn't hurt either. How, romantic. Yeah, it's a little... It's kind of one of those things where it's just like... You see that happen in, like, those gangster movies, and, like... It's just like, why would you marry the singer at the club? You haven't even talked to her. Like, and then, of course, it goes so sour, and then it gets ugly. Kill her ex-boyfriend? Yeah. You notice that you are being stalked by her tattooed-faced ex. Pump the accelerator in that one. Yeah, exactly. We went straight from, hey, you want to go on a date, to, hey, you want to marry me in the same sentence almost. You noticed that you are being stalked by her tattooed face ex. You have the gang. You put out a hit on him. On the tattoo face. Man. Don't hang a gang. Yeah, she was very not attracted 2 days ago. I think it's been longer than 2 days, but... I mean, we could have had a training montage in one day. Whoa!
You kill him and steal his car.
Oh!
You drive away and are happy to see Sammy in the passenger seat of your stolen car.
Alright, this is a dangerous relationship. She likes the thrill.
You turn onto a dark road and speed up.
You are going 130 miles per hour on a dirt road. On a dirt road. You start to lose control.
Your car spins and rolls down a hill.
Oh, shit!
You crash and burn. Your car explodes. You wake up in a hospital bed. You look around and see Sammy standing next to your bed.
Ooh, it all goes back to the hospital. Sammy notices that your hospital room is way more lavish than usual. You explain to her that is one of the perks of being in a hospital gang. Just one of the many perks. You were in a coma for 12 years. I like that. We're going to do that.
Sammy says, "Hey, so how did you end up in the hospital?" You tell her that you were mugged outside of a bar. Sammy says, "Wow."
A nurse enters the room and explains that you and Sammy have been in a coma for the past 12 years.
The nurse says, "We've never seen a recovery like yours before."
Oh,
You
I've
and Sammy are
recovered.
the only two gang members who have ever recovered from a coma after the age of 16.
Okay. I guess that checks out. So we were 16-year-olds in a working at a Target. Okay. And now we're 26 or 28. And we're like, oh my God, what happened to my life? I've had 12 years stolen from me. No. You turn to Sammy and vow. Yeah, Sammy. I think Sammy gets she doesn't have to be initiated because she married into the gang, and I think that automatically makes you a member. You turn to Sammy and vow to make up for the 12 years of living that they have missed out on. You plan a vacation for your favorite place in the world. Ooh, okay.
Las Vegas.
I mean, I don't know why a 16-year-old's favorite place would be Las Vegas, but
As you sit there, reading the paper, you think to yourself,
Burger
now
King.
that would be a great story for my blog. So, I said, looking up from the computer screen.
1 second, guys. Oh, wait. I'll just let it go to voicemail. Somebody's calling me. Next time on Hospital Gang Wars.
Asterisk, the gang has to decide whether or not to sell drugs. Asterisk, a gang member gets caught stealing from the hospital storeroom. Asterisk, you get to spend Valentine's Day with Sammy.
Okay, so we get some stereotypical things that the gang is doing on a day-to-day basis, and then we get a nice little romance through line for the episode. Sounds like it's going to be a good episode. All right, new story. I think we're going to do one more, and then I got to check out for the day. Can I get a name and an occupation or a situation? Or it could be, yeah. The situation could be that you're a space alien. I don't know. Anything really goes. If you give me something interesting. But keep it short and sweet. You are something, and something's happening. There should be a film with Joaquin Phoenix as Slinky. I could see that. Joaquin, he might be literally crazy in real life, but he's a good actor. It could be like your dream job. It could be a movie. We could just steal from a movie plot and change the main character's name. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Thank you, Misha. You are Winston, a CEO of a highly successful cow business. Perfect. The livestock industry is big money here in America. Big cow business.
Your company is the largest in your country and one of the most profitable on earth.
Ooh.
It employs thousands who live better than kings. But it does not do well financially unless you give them what? They need to function effectively as human beings.
You decide to stop treating your employees like cows and give them ...
A vacation from work. They will be allowed time off for any purpose except recreational.
What?
This includes sex with another person or animal.
What? That is quite the stretch for the word recreational. Anybody can take as much time as they need off unless they're having sex or sex with animals. So, you know, recreation. Recreation. We all know what recreation means, okay? All right, I'm a good boss.
Your daughter brings home a stray cat that she names Mr. Mittens.
Okay. You say, don't fuck Mr. Mittens now. I'm going to count my money. You tell your daughter that Mr. Mittens is all right. But Mrs. Hubenstein, a baby calf, he brought home as a gift, is way better.
She can stay at home all day long and still have fun because there's nothing more boring than sitting around doing absolutely nothing.
Yep.
So you make her promise never to play with the cat again. Ever.
Wow. Hey, we're in the cow business and the cow business only. You bring home a kitty cat and I will kill it and feed it to the cows. That is how serious I am about these cows. I love the cows. I love the cows more than any other animal on the planet. Don't you dare. Even if that cow only mildly spooked one of my cows ever in its existence, that's still too much, and I choose the cows. You notice cat food in the cabinet. You suspect your daughter is lying to you and has secretly kept the cat on the farm.
After all, why would anyone feed an ungrateful creature?
Damn.
When your daughter leaves for college, you take over feeding Mr. Mittens. He seems very pleased by this development.
Okay. Wow, we really fast forwarded there. We went from our daughter is a young girl that brought home a stray cat to our daughter's off to college and she cannot bring the cat. And now it's our business. Cook Mr. Mittens, Mr. Mittens stew. I feel like that's what we want, but now that we're left alone with the cat, we actually start to bond with it. Oh, here we go.
It takes some effort to get him used to eating dry food instead of canned cat food.
Oh my god, our daughter was feeding him wet food the whole time. That's like junk food for cats. Like, we were really spoiling the fuck out of this cat. But I guess when you're rich and you own a successful cow business. At first, you hate Mr. Mittens' existence. But over time, you grow fond of him. And even try having Mr. Mittens play with your prized cow, Mrs. Hubenstein.
To your surprise, he actually enjoys being with her. In fact, they seem to get along quite well together.
Okay, this is a cute animal story now.
The two of them spend their days rolling about in the pasture or chasing each other through the barnyard.
Your daughter graduates college. And buys an apartment in the city. In the big city. She comes back and tries to take Mr. Mittens. But you object.
She insists that he must come with her. You refuse.
No!
After much pleading and cajoling, she finally gets you to agree to let her keep him until after Christmas. Then you hear a funny noise coming from your daughter's room.
Uh-oh, what? Hold on, first we gotta look up cajoling. Persuade. Okay. By sustained coaxing or flattery. Okay. Interesting. What are these funny noises?
Curious, you peek inside and see Mr. Mittens munching happily away on your daughter's latest boyfriend.
What?
You are furious. What kind of mother allows her child to bring home such filth?
You also notice a picture of Alf kidnapping Mr. Mittens. He wants to eat Mr. Mittens. And now this is an Alf is dating our daughter scenario.
You storm into your daughter's room and grab him. You tell her to leave town immediately. What?
What?
She says. But I'm trying to save my life. Don't talk to me like that, you say.
Mr. Mittens is safe. But later that night, you are awoken by a sound in the kitchen. You rush down. You rush downstairs in your pajamas and see Alf standing in your kitchen with a can of wet cat food. He's trying to sudden accessory to murder, yeah.
He looks up at you and smiles.
Oh, yeah, I would love to see Alf get his ass thrown out of a house.
I heard you were looking for me, he says. You grab him and throw him out onto the lawn. How dare you show your face here?
Alf gets back up and takes a fighting stance. Alf fight scene.
Well, he says, I've got a couple things to say to you. You feel a wave of relief wash over you. Maybe you can reason with him. Maybe he'll listen.
Maybe. But he is an alien, and he is very annoying.
First, I know what you're thinking. You look at him in confusion. You think you can just steal my best friend away from me, don't you?
My daughter, you mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, you say. No, no, no. He says. You've been thinking about it since we first met. You're jealous because I have a special bond with Mr. Mittens. You want to hurt me so bad you can taste it.
Yeah, interesting. I guess at this point we don't know that Alf eats cats. But he's trying to trick us. Okay, I'm going to do that. I was going to have him get his head beaten off by our prize cow. But you're right, Misha. We should stop resorting to violence. You offer Alf a high-paying job at your cow farm. At your cow, what do we have it? Cow business. In exchange, I'll just say you offered Alpha a high-paid job at your cow business. We'll make the wheeling and dealings later.
I know you're good at business, you say. But you need someone to help you run your company. Alf laughs. So you're saying I should work for you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You could earn a lot of money.
Like you. You're crazy if you think I'd ever put up with your crap.
Oh, Alf, I thought you were trying to resolve this peacefully.
Well, you could work for me, you say. Like hell I will. Look, I don't care how you get the money.
Alf is very, very difficult.
Just pay me whatever you need to keep Mr. Mittens. Oh, really? Yes, yes. Please. I'll do anything you ask.
Now we're being too desperate.
Alf thinks about it.
Yeah, we showed our hand way too early. And Alf is like, oh, you really like this cat, don't you? Wow. Alf refuses and attempts to eat Mr. Mittens in front of you. Suddenly, the barn doors burst open. And Mrs. Hubenstein charges to help Mr. Mittens and tramples Alf.
Oh, dear, you say. I guess I shouldn't have asked. You offer Alf $1 million to take Mr. Mittens and move far away.
Oh, what the?
Okay, he says.
Okay, yeah, I like that, Misha. Alf takes your $1 million and starts a rival cow business on the West Coast. Oh!
He calls his new company Mr. Mittens Enterprises and hires your daughter as his office manager.
That motherfucker.
Over time, you start to worry about your daughter. She seems happy and fulfilled working for Mr. Mittens.
I
But
guess.
you fear she may be becoming too dependent on him.
She's working for a literal cat now. The cat that she raised as a young girl and brought in from the streets is now her superior. And it's not even like a smart cat. It's just Alf was like thought it would be funny that if is Alf this much of a jerk in the show? Worse. He's worse than this in the show, if you can believe it. Anime. Well, he's being a pretty big jerk right now. Your profits drop. Yeah, okay. Your profits begin to drop. Mr. Mittens becomes a household name. You need to think fast. And you try to rebrand your cow business with an animal mascot that you name Oh!
Huvenstein's cows.
Hell yeah!
You make some changes to your product line and the market begins to recover.
Okay. Also, the cat eats boyfriends. Yeah, I like that. Alf has taught the cat well. Mr. Mittens has learned the way of the Alf.
One day, you receive a letter from Alf telling you he has found a way to cure Mr. Mittens.
I didn't even know Mr. Mittens was sick. What is he cure? What is he cure of? You suspect this letter is a trap, but you meet with Alf late one night at the slaughterhouse.
Alf tells you that he has perfected a process that can create an artificial version of Mr. Mittens.
Okay. Infinite Mr. Mittens.
It's perfect. Alf says, we'll never have to worry about losing him again.
You scream, but it goes against nature, Alf. I miss Mr. Mittens, but everything dies eventually. You've gone absolutely bonkers if you think creatures deserve to live forever.
Listen, Alf says. You've always wanted to control people, right? Well, now you can. All you have to do is convince them that they love Mr. Mittens more than they love themselves.
Oh my god. Alf is an alien. He has no concept of nature. Well, aliens got some form of alien nature, right? But yeah, Alf is just missing that part of his brain. He's like, what? You just throw all your trash in space, like we do on Melmac. He's making a Mr. Mittens cult. Kind of, yeah. This is how big business does it. You notice you are standing on a walkway suspended over the industrial meat grinders. You think fast and toss Alf into the grinder below. Alf hurts his leg, but is still alive. Alf has done a PSA about how his planet was ravaged, so don't ravage our planet. Yeah, exactly.
Ha! You laugh. Now you're going to die like all the rest of us.
Ah, we didn't turn on. It was a big fake out. We tossed Alf in the industrial meat grinder, but it wasn't on, and we didn't turn it on. We put his ass in jail. We're like, you're going to die a slow, painful death, Alf.
You decide to send your daughter to visit Alf in prison. You give her a box of Mr. Mittens plush toys.
Oh, that's just salt in the wound. Here's your product placement, Alf. This is what you get, you piece of crap. Next time on Alf's Shark Tank.
She arrives at the prison and meets Alf. Hello, he says. I'm your father.
Okay.
You hear screaming and see a guard running towards you with a chainsaw.
What?
You jump in front of your daughter and shield her with your body.
Oh my god. What kind of prison is this where a guard is just running with an active chainsaw? Oh!
The guard cuts through your stomach.
No! Alf bribed the guard! And this was all a trap to kill us.
Oh, shit, you say.
Oh no!
You watch as the guard pulls out a bloody knife and stabs your daughter.
No!
Mama.
Mama! Typical American prison. Oh, Misha. I mean, I guess I can't I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that they don't operate like that. Lots of human rights violations happening in this chainsaw prison. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. That's it for today. See you tomorrow for more AiPD. It'll be me and Cory again. And, yeah, submit your prompts. And bye ho wee way. Thanks for watching. We're keeping the streak alive. I'm trying to stream every day of October. So, yeah, tell your step Alfs to subscribe. And, yeah. And submit your stories. We do user-submitted prompts at 9 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So, use the Google form. Submit your prompt if you have a good idea for a story. And we will use it in a future episode. So, See you tomorrow. Bye, Hawiwi.